ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie, aka Rick here, bringing you my first placement match in Starcraft 1v1s. On this video, I'll be doing it from my perspective, and I'm not a very good caster, so I'm just going to basically go through what I'm doing, what I was thinking at the time, and why I did it. So here goes. At the start, I see it's a TVT, and in TVT normally I go tanks, because tanks demolish Marine Marauder death balls, so, and they most commonly occur when anyone's playing Terran, so I thought that'd be a good strategy. I start with a wall off, which is not really recommended for Terran, Terran versus Terran, because you don't really get early game rushes, and if you do, you can hold it off with a few Marines and a tank. So whereas in like against the Zerg, you can get 6 pulled and they can run up your ramp and straight into your base, that kind of stuff. And as Protoss, you can get some early zealots come up your ramp. So it's best to wall off versus Zerg and Protoss, but it doesn't matter as much against Terran. So, but yeah, I do it anyway. So I was just a bit nervous because it's my first game actually playing against a human opponent, apart from a friend. So it's a good experience. I will bring you all 5 of my placement matches, and then we'll see what league I get put in. Hopefully it's something nice, like, I don't know, silver, gold, I'd imagine. Don't think it'd be much higher than that, because I'm not very good. My macro is horrendous, and probably my macro is even worse. So yeah, I've been listening to Day 9, trying to improve, but it is quite difficult. I'm not very good at multitasking yet, so my brain doesn't work fast enough, which is a shame really, because I really enjoyed playing this game. But you never know, one day I might be good at it. So let's hope so. And this game, as I said, I'm going tanks. So at the start I pump out quite a lot of Marines. Don't really go into like the upgraded units and get like Marauders and stuff. I don't do that early on. So I save so I can get some early tanks with Siege out, and it proves to be really helpful, as I get attacked in a little while. Yeah, that's in my SCV around, waiting for my Vespene gas from a factory. At 100 it should go down straight away. My minerals are floating a bit high, probably could have had a second barracks up at some point in between building the first barracks and the factory, but it's refinement. I look through my replays. In my next match I'll make it better. So yeah, it's a really late orbital command as well. It should have been before the factory when I was floating at like 400 minerals, but that's fine. It takes a little bit of learning the order of stuff. So this kind of build I've engineered myself. Well, I haven't, but I don't see many people going early tanks with Siege, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a go, see how it works out. Send my scout out on 27, which is quite late, but as I said, I wanted to get my base built up first.
Additional supply depots required.
That's another thing, I never used to do that. I used to queue up 4 supply depots with 1 SCV. Oh, there we go, he's in bottom left, so I'm in top left, so short positions. Doesn't take very long to travel between the two. Yeah, building multiple buildings is quicker, obviously, with more than 1 SCV, so, which I never used to do to start with. I always used to use 1 SCV and just queue them up and have to wait for them to finish. But that's a good little addition. Probably didn't need to make 4. This really early on, and now I've got a huge supply lead, but I suppose it's not a bad thing. It's always good to have a lead in your supply and your teammate. So yeah, it's really important to get orbital command up as soon as possible, because those mules give you a huge advantage. There's a little scan on my opponent. So he's got a lot of Marines and not much else, so I think the tank play will work. And also his SCV was running down, so it's most likely got an expansion up. That's what I was thinking at the time. So, but I still didn't push out. I don't know why. As soon as his tank came up, I thought I probably should have pushed out, but I didn't. So I think I've got to be a bit more aggressive in the future, as I was extremely passive in this game. And yeah, it didn't do me that well, I have to say. Yeah, I got my Marines at the front there with my tank. I'm about to siege it once the upgrade finishes, which is it's done now, so should siege that up anytime soon. Yeah, I've got another 2 barracks out now, so I can get out more Marines and start getting the upgrades. I've got Stim straight away, so Stim's a really good upgrade to have early on. So it gives you a huge advantage over your opponents, which is always good. Yeah, I got the first Marauder out now. Mule in my base, so I get more minerals, which is always good. Still not spending them as quickly as I would like, but you know. A lot of people don't do this. I've morphed mine into an orbital command literally as soon as I get it, like in my base. So some people don't do that, but it's better if you float it out and then you can call down loads of mules straight away and then transfer your SCVs. So yeah, you've got that little bit of an advantage, or a little bit of a boost, so you don't have to wait for it to finish producing that orbital command before you can start producing SCVs out of it, so you can do it straight away, which is always nice. Yeah, I think that's a victory there. I destroy a few Marines and a tank, or 1 Marine and a tank, and do a lot of splash damage to the others, so that went quite well. Probably could have attacked here, but I chose not to. As you can see in the production tab, I had a lead on Stim pack upgrade, so I probably could have done a Stim timing push and probably won the game from there, but I decided to move down to my expansion, secure it with some siege tanks. It's quite an easy one to secure on this because there's only a few ways in. Was only that 1 ramp over there, so from here I can pretty much guard my first base and my natural. So I like this map for that. It's really easy to secure your natural expansion, unless you're getting bunker rushed, obviously. But thankfully that didn't happen. Probably could have got an earlier starport there, pulled out some medevacs, you know, maybe done some drops on him, because I don't think he had the defences against drops, so that probably could have been a good idea. Or drop some units in the back while I was attacking around the front. You know, that probably would have been a good idea as well, but some things I don't seem to do. So I'm just concentrating on building a huge army and then, you know, 1A and winning the game, so probably shouldn't do. It's a bad habit to get in. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be harassing more, because it puts them off their build. If you do what I'm doing here, just leave them to build and build up your army as well. They're not having to think about anything else but building their army, so it's a lot easier for them to like concentrate on their build, not make any mistakes, and you know, get the macro rolling. So yeah, he's pretty much doing the same build as me, so siege tanks and marine marauder, so I think I've got a slight lead on him at this point. No, our armies are exactly the same size, so I've got the worker advantage. I'm getting more minerals than him, although I'm not spending them, so that's pretty pointless, to be honest. If I was spending them and I was taking in more than him, I'd be at a huge advantage right now, but I can't seem to do that. I don't think I've got enough barracks. That's the problem. I should have taken those 2 geysers as well. I brought out 2 Vikings here, just so my tanks had a little bit of extra range on their siege fire, which is always handy. It's nice to have Vikings in the air, just so you know you have a longer range or longer sight range than your opponent. It gives you an advantage in tank versus tanks play, as will be happening here, as you can see. So yeah, we're 14 minutes in. He's attacked my base once, and now he's sieging up in his base, and I haven't done anything apart from defend. So that's not the most aggressive game. It's probably the most passive game I've ever played, to be honest. So as I said, I was nervous at the start of this, because it's the first placement game. So once I get a few games under my belt, I think I'll be a bit more confident in my own gameplay, which is good.
Mineral field depleted.
Still got an idle SCV there for some reason, hiding behind my barracks.
Additional supply depots required.
That's another thing, you always want to try and shift G your workers once they're building, send them back to mining. So another thing Day 9 said to do in his mechanics video, which I find really hard though. It's quite a difficult thing to do, I find, so you know, we'll see. In the future I might be able to get my macro up, my micro, sorry, so it doesn't slip all the time and I have a huge number of minerals like I do now. Yeah, see, I'm still producing units to the front of my base and not doing anything with them. See, the army supply now is hugely in my favour. Got 20 supply on my army. I could easily push out now and win, but I choose not to, so it's probably a stupid idea. But we'll see what happens when I finally do attack with my 130 food army. But yeah. See, I've started doing Shift G there, that SCV was running back straight away. So yeah, it's, I realised my mistakes. Try to fix them, but yeah, take a few games I think, get my confidence up to start with, and then I can start refining my builds, becoming better. As I said, I've only played against Terran so far, so I'm not sure how I compete against like Zerg and Protoss and all that, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll get a different opponent next time, different race. That'd be interesting to see how I stack up. Another thing, when I'm using my hotkeys, I've got a Razer Naga, so I'm using that to do my hotkeys. It is good, but I think I need to learn to use my keyboard numbers instead, because you know, I've stacked everything like 1, 2, 3 there, and then because I find it easier to reach 4, 5, 6, I always put my buildings on that. But I think you need a few more control groups for my units, because I like to have my tanks separately so I can siege and unsiege obviously, and I like to have my medevac separately so I can pull them back, because they're faster than ground units. So if you can pull them back to behind your army all the time while you're moving forward, then they're less likely to get sniped off. So I think that's something I've got to look out for in the future. So maybe start using my keyboard instead. Here, it's a stupid move, I move up with one tank and get it destroyed by his siege tank on high ground, and then I decide to run all my units past and get absolutely wasted. And then this Raven Seeker missile comes in. That's 11 kills right there. I did not know it was that powerful against Marine like death balls, but I might have started using Ravens because that was insane. And now, see, I've started moving my Vikings out, but he has Vikings as well. And, for some unknown reason, I decided to chase 5 Vikings with 2 Vikings, and now I haven't got that advantage over him. So I'm just shelling away at his orbital command. I've got him reasonably contained here. See, he's got some Vikings out, but you know, he has to come to me, and he does. Yeah, my army does reasonably well. I destroy all of his units, so it's a good thing. But then I get another Seeker missile by this Raven, and it wipes out my whole army, which is not good. So yeah, I'm left with 1 Marauder after that attack and 5,000 minerals. So that's never any good, although I have got a decent army. I've still got a bigger army than him back at my base, so I could push again now and probably win the game. But again, I choose not to do that. Choose to expand and go for the slow game. Sure, it's not the worst choice. I mean, when you're attacking, it's wise to expand, and because they're preoccupied with you attacking, so they're not going to be looking for an expansion. So it's going to be safe to expand. By the time you've finished your attack, you should have your expansion up. Although I didn't, I do mine after the attack. But yeah, so let's see, he's got a few tanks and nothing else. My army supply is 20 higher than his. I could easily go in now and crush him, but I don't seem to do that. I haven't rallied my marines at the front properly either, which doesn't help. So at this point, I've got 2 medevacts out, 1 siege tank and a load of marines. I mean, marines can pretty much crush anything, so in that huge number, I just think it would have been wise here to possibly push up and kill him, but I seem to get a bit gun shy, and I think I'd rather turtle it and get up a maxed army before I push out, which is not the best idea. It's probably one of the worst ideas, to be honest, but it's what I always seem to do. It's a bad habit from like Command and Conquer, where turtling's pretty much the way forward. I still haven't moved my orbital command, or I'm morphing it into an orbital command. I still haven't moved it anywhere. It's been up for a few minutes.
Ready for dust off.
Sorry for yawning. It's quite early here. I got up early and done this commentary before I go on holiday, so I can actually bring you some content over the weekend. So yeah, so I haven't moved that orbital command anyway, which is really weird. I've had it for quite a few minutes now, and I haven't done anything with it, which is probably bad. So it's finally flying over now, but he sees it with his scan, so he knows that I'm expanding over there somewhere, which is never good. I'm not taking anything to defend it either, which was a really weird decision. I don't know why I did that at the time. Probably should have taken a few tanks over there, some marine marauders. I proceed to put down 2 ghost academies here and never use them. I don't know why I put them down. I think it was just for a possible tech route if I wanted to use it, but I don't. I think I even put out 1 ghost, so I'm not quite sure why I did that. Now the army supply is, oh my god, 60 or 70 in my favour, the army supply, and I still haven't pushed out. Army is double his, and I haven't even thought of pushing out at all, so I don't know what I was thinking really here. Obviously didn't know that his supply was that low, but apparently he can't build as much units as mine, and his money is now floating higher than mine, so yeah, not the greatest players obviously because it's placement matches. So I looked him up, and he plays more 2v2s. He's actually placed in 2v2s, and yeah, in 1v1s this was his placement matches as well, so I think yeah, I won't get good opponents to start with, thank god, because a good opponent probably would have crushed me here, because I was macroing quite well, but you know, I think he was move commanding there, which is never good. I was attack commanding, so my units opened fire as soon as they saw them, which is always good to do. You never want to move command your units across the map. It's a terrible idea, so they can literally just, you never know when your enemy's got some units, so you don't want to be doing that. I decided to take out the natural first, which is a really wise idea. If you can take a base for free while you're not getting pressured, it's always a good idea. Another Seeker Missile there, another like 11 kills or so. Seeker Missile have done a horrendous amount of damage to me in this match. So yeah, I'm 1A in the base and watching my orbital command do nothing. Not quite sure what I was doing there. I did spend some resources though. Probably queued up a load of units in my barracks or something. So I seem to do that at the moment. I queue a lot of units, which is really bad, so I've got to try and learn not to do that. But it'll take a little while. So yeah, I'm destroying his whole base. Not sure why I didn't GG here. Although he has got another base, but that's not the point. He's got nothing to work with. But his army supply is 5, his worker supply is 5. He's not going to win the game from now. He's destroyed his unit producing structures. So he should have GG'd really. But these Vikings kept flying over from that side, I thought, so I thought I might as well go and have a look. Because yeah, they always kept flying in from the same side, so I thought you might have an expansion over there somewhere. As soon as they always came in from that side. Sorry, can't stop yawning at the moment. Yeah, so I go over there while still macroing my army out and finally moving that expansion over to there.
Additional supply depots required.
I see that Raven. I want to pick it out before it does any more damage to me. Just pick it before it goes out of sight, so that was a good catch. And then I find his hidden base and proceed to destroy it. So now his army supplies 3, his worker supplies 3 as well, so and he still hasn't GD'd even though he's on 4 supply and I'm on 190. Doesn't really make sense to me. Got that base, finally got it secured. And then he does GD. You realise he's got nothing left. And I found his last base, so there's no point in him staying really. Alright, that was my first placement match. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. This Starcraft is going to come in every Saturday. So yeah, you've only got to wait a week for my second placement match. Might start doing it on Sundays as well, depending on how popular it gets. So I know Starcraft's a very popular game at this level, so well, not this level, but multiplayer level, let's say. So yeah, I'm sure I'll only improve over the games, and yeah, I'll see you next Saturday. Thank you for watching. Bye.